Came up on us, baby.
These machines for speed, and the drivers will have to use both front and rear steer to navigate the course, all in search of the racing win. So, who's ready for Monster Energy Racing? Coming up first from Grand Island, Nebraska, Basl, Devastator. And from Laramie, Wyoming, Groth, Troublemaker. He'll be taking on a man who is looking for his 4th Monster Energy Racing win of the weekend, Todd LeDuc, Monster Energy! Coming up next, from Shaw, Oregon, Olfert, Jurassic Attack. And from Rupert, Idaho, Swanson, Obsess. because you are about to witness history for the first time ever, lining up against each other, sibling versus sibling. She'll be taking on Adam Anderson, Megalodon. He'll be taking on a two-time champion in his own right, and the man looking to make it 4 racing wins on the weekend. Undefeated so far, Todd LeDuc, Monster Energy. Salt Lake City, let's go racing! As he makes his way out of the truck, Adam, you finally did it. People have tried. You even faced off with Todd earlier in the weekend in the finals, but you got the better of him. You slayed the beast, and you got 8 points today. How's it feel?
Man, it feels really great. You know, we've been battling in and out with this truck here, and I'm trying to learn it. It's new to me. I'm excited to be part of it and be the 2021 and to take a racing win, and also to take one of my arch nemesis, Todd LeDuc, so he can't do a full sweep weekend of racing. I can't ask for anything better.
Now look, I know the win is super important, the points are important, you're chasing the trophy here today, but since I have the opportunity to talk to you, I want to ask you about that round one matchup against your sister, Krysten. First time ever, what kind of emotions were you feeling, and what was it like to take the win over your younger sister?
You know, it's really bittersweet. It's my little sister, man. I hate to beat her, but dang, I don't want to lose. But you know, I'm super proud of her and what she's done. She's showing me up this weekend out here, and doing an awesome job. And that's what it takes to be behind the wheel of a great bigger truck. But today, hopefully, it's gonna be my day. It's been a rough weekend, but hopefully, this Megalodon can be on top.
Those 8 points go a long way, ladies and gentlemen. Your Monster Jam Racing winner, Adam Anderson, Megalodon. But it's also your first opportunity to have your voices heard by having your scores counted at judgeszone.com. Also brought to you by Great Clip. So when I look around the building, I want to see everybody with those smartphones out, locked into judgeszone.com, ready to use their scores and have their voices heard to determine who's going to walk away with the next 8 points here this afternoon. So, who's ready for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge? You sound ready to me. Coming up first, David Olfert, Jurassic Attack. judgeszone.com. 4.976. That is enough for second place. So your score to beat will continue to belong to Jurassic Attack. Coming up next, it's Aaron Basl. to make sure that your score is counted. Let's see what you came up with for Devastator and Aaron Basl here in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge. 5.369. And the score for Monster Energy is... Ladies and gentlemen, Swanson upsets. Right on cue, Warrior. Brought to you by Great Clips. Less than 5 seconds remain for you to click submit to have your score counted among the many for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. There's your score to beat. It is Monster Energy 8.1. continue to belong to Monster Energy. Coming up next, Adam Anderson, Megalodon. I hope that you click submit because 20 seconds are gone. Those scores are locked. Let's take a look up at the video board. Remind everybody in the building of that score to beat. Monster Energy 8.104. And the score for Megalodon is... Krysten Anderson, Grave Digger. There you see some of the criteria you should be looking for up on the board. The speed of the donut, of course, the creativity, what can they bring, their own personal spin, and of course, the performance time and completion. How long can they sit in that donut, and can they do it without rolling over or causing any breakage? Keep all of that in mind while you are locking in your scores. So, who's ready for Monster Jam Donuts? Coming up first, Basl, Devastator. count as an official donut
Yeah,
run.
true.
It seems like Aaron Basl may be having a bit of trouble, was not really able to lock into that donut,
They're more
but
like
you've got to score them over at
donuts.
judgeszone.com.
Like tuna.
Remember, only about 10 seconds remain. If this is your first time taking part in the scoring, the 20 seconds does go by rather quickly. And we are down to 5 seconds. Don't forget to click submit on the back end as we get a nice shot of that Devastator Monster Jam truck. There's the score. It is only a 2.076. But right now, that will be enough to be your score to beat, of course. Coming up next, David Olfert, Jurassic Attack. Groth, Troublemaker. Brought to you by Super Glue, is that here in the Vivint Smart Home Arena, you got to make sure that you start that donut as far away from the pond as you can, so you don't kick up and interrupt all of that momentum. It came into play there for Troublemaker as Travis Groth looks for his first donut competition win since 2017. Let's see what you came up with. 5.194. That'll land him in second place. He will not get that win here today. Coming up next, it's Todd LeDuc, Monster Energy. A little bit of the same there for Todd LeDuc. He found a good spot, but then he got close to the pond. This competition has been a little bit of a thorn in the side of Todd LeDuc all weekend. He won every other competition at least once, except for the donut competition. Will that change? Well, it's up to you at judgeszone.com. Just a few seconds remain. And right on cue, time is up. Scoring, Jurassic Attack, there you see it, 7.429. And the score for Monster Energy is 6.0. competitors wasting no time, turning right into that donut. Was that enough to take over that top spot? It is up to you now at judgeszone.com. Use that event code SLC. Slide that BKT tire up, slide it down, slide it to whatever score you think Bryce deserved. Click submit. It is that simple. Your work is done. Your score will be counting. And right on cue, let's take a look at those scores. Score to beat Jurassic Attack 7.429. And the score for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is another close call, the closest one so far, 7.347. We have another lead change, but it is for second place. Score to beat still Jurassic Attack. Up next, Eric Swanson of Sex. Turn your attention, of course, where else? The judgeszone.com, brought to you by Great Clips. To lock in. We've seen close call after close call, but no one has been able to hold the tape. Jurassic Attack so far on the leaderboard. Will that change now with Eric Swanson on set? He's done his work. You have to do yours. Let's see what you came up with. Those scores are locked in. Eric Swanson and Obsessed. See that score to beat Jurassic Attack 7.429, and the score for Obsessed is a great score, but third place. That means the score to beat will continue to belong to Jurassic Attack. Just 2 more competitors, 2 more chances to change that leaderboard. Up next, it's Krysten Anderson, Gravedigger. You can see a little bit of a different approach there on the super glue glued to the action replay. A few other drivers tried that as well, and that is the right-handed donut. Talking to Krysten Anderson, she said that's a technique she learned from her dad, the legendary Dennis Anderson. If you do it that way, it really lines up with all the power of that Monster Jam truck and lets you lock into that donut, take advantage of all the horsepower it has. Was it enough to give her the top spot? Let's find out. Check out that score to beat. It has been hanging on for a long time. Jurassic Attack 7.429. And the score for Gravedigger is another close call, but not quite enough. Third place for Gravedigger. Jurassic Attack holds on to that score to beat. Finally, here comes Adam Anderson, Megalodon. Give it
Adam might win this show.
That is Adam Anderson. We're going to come out here and wow you with their most spectacular freestyle run. They're going to have 75 seconds to tear this track apart. And keep that in mind, because if they don't finish at least 15 seconds of that run, they will not be eligible for a score at judgeszone.com. As the official judges, you will be wanting to look for a few other things, and we'll put them up on the video board using all the obstacles, a little bit of variety, the creativity that these drivers are known for. Always with Monster Jam, it's about that wow factor that you love, the technical moves and the combinations that you are used to seeing. When you look around the building and you see the ribbon boards go yellow like they are right now, that'll tell you there's just 15 seconds left in the run. When those ribbon boards go red, that's it, time is up, and it's your turn to lock in those scores. So without further ado, Salt Lake City, this is Monster Jam Freestyle! Super glued to the action replay, and that's important because over 75 seconds, you may have forgotten some of those runs. So you look up there, and then you decide what they deserve at judgeszone.com. You are locking in those scores right on cue. Let's see what you came up with for Troublemaker. 5.752 right on cue. We will not start that clock again until he is able to refire, provided he is able to refire at all and continue this run. And I've been given the word by the Monster Jam officials that he will not be able to complete the run. So freestyle has come to an end for Devastator and Aaron Basl. Let's hear it for him, giving his best effort out there. And as the recovery team hits the floor, that is Wheeler Cat with all of that recovery equipment all weekend long here in Salt Lake City. And remember, he finished just outside of that 15-second bumper, so he will not be eligible for a score at judgeszone.com. JudgesZone.com, Bryce Kenny going for his first freestyle win since 2019 up in snowy Syracuse, New York. Will he do it here today? Let's find out. There's your score to beat. Troublemaker 5.752. And the score for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is... We do indeed have a new leader, 6.6. Krysten almost saved it, but not quite. But you know what? They don't call the black and green wrecking machine for nothing. You gotta lock those scores in now over at JudgesZone.com, brought to you by Great Clips as you take a look at the highlights from that run on the big board, the super glue glued to the action replay, and there's when it went awry. Almost a sidewall save, probably not enough room to make it happen anyway, but let's see if she did enough to take over that top spot. A nice innovation for Krysten Anderson either way. Fans know she was leaving it all out there. There's that score to beat. Great clips, Mohawk Warrior 6.642. And the score for Gravedigger is... we will have a new leader, 7.872.
Okay, cool, here we go. Oh no. Never mind, they had Jurassic technically. Go.
And the score for Megalodon is...
Dang.
7.428, second place.
Let's go.
Digger 7.872, and the score for Jurassic Attack is a close call, but not close enough. Jurassic Attack finishes. Clock is frozen, 38 seconds. Will he be able to refire? I'm given word that he will not be able to refire. That freestyle round comes to an early end for Monster Energy and Todd LeDuc. That means scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Got about halfway done with the run, was not able to complete it. Some technical issues with the truck. That means you got to lock in those scores. Will the early end come back to haunt Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy? Will that affect the score? You can see that right tire just locked up on him. Let's see what you guys came up with. Score to beat, 7.872 with Digger and Krysten Anderson. And the score for Monster Energy is 6.589. That is enough for 5th place, and that means that your freestyle winner is Digger Krysten Anderson. You saw how close it was heading into that final competition. Did we have enough points for somebody to overtake that top spot? Let's see all the points total up on the big board. Monster Jam, a racing win, 8 points. 6 in the Great Clips 2-wheel skills challenge. A donut competition win with 8 points. And a 2nd place finish in BKT Freestyle, 29 points. Your overall event champion is Megalodon. There is a top center pod, your overall event champion off the strength of that donut win, the racing win, the 2nd place finish in BKT Freestyle. His name is Adam Anderson. It's Megalodon.
All right, it's about time. Thanks, guys. Did you have fun? Come on, I can't hear you. Did you have fun today? Now we're talking. Well, this is awesome. This is awesome, man. Thank you so much for this. And thanks to the crew guys. But the biggest thing of all, it's you guys coming out here to see us. I love my family, but I've been stuck at home with them way too long. And you know how it is right now. So it's great to see my Monster Jam family again, guys. Thank you so much. It's emotional for me. Thank you.
Now, Adam, obviously, when you do as well as you did in individual competitions, taking 2 wins, another 2nd place, you're going to be right there in the conversation for the trophy. But did something feel different right from the jump when you got strapped in?
You know what? I've been having a bad run of luck right now, and trying to get through it. But honestly, I didn't want to ruffle any feathers within the new crew, the new truck. But man, I knew I got to stop that. We got to make changes. We got to upgrade, update, because we want to give the best show possible every single time to every Monster Jam fan. Thank you guys.
Now, Adam, we've had 4 events. We've had 4 different overall event champions. It speaks to the level of competition. We've got one more tonight. It is a quick turnaround. Do you think you can potentially break the streak and walk out of here the only person that's got the trophy 2 times?
Man, that would be great. It would be an honor. This was the very first show for me ever in my Monster Jam career 16 years ago. And to come back, and I consider this a new Monster Jam, and you guys are part of history today, and I'm a part of it. And if I can walk out of here with another win under my belt, what could be better than that?
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your overall event champion, it is Adam Anderson, Megalodon.